Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it is now 3 days left before the Women in Drifting Day, done by AusDC, Australian Drift Club. Doing the last few little bits of prep on the Unicorn for Mr. Drifter. She's going to be out there the day, having a bunch of fun and getting out with a bunch of really good drivers and some really special guest drivers that are coming out as well. So there's a few little things need to touch up on it. Obviously, give it a clean. I don't know if you can see this in the sun or not, but it is disgusting after my last wet pan event. It's absolutely filthy. So I need to give it a good clean, but need to get brake shield done. So for the brake reservoir down here, it gets a lot of heat off the intake here. So it sits, I'll turn this around so I can see it a little bit better. So the intake sits very close, the reservoir sits very close to the intake. As a result, it does cop a lot of heat in the booster, in the reservoir itself, all around. It's very, very exposed and literally right next to it. All the brake lines you can see run, the hard lines run all right next to the intake here. So I need to get that cleaned up. Some heat shield that I'm going to build up and put around it. Got a little template that I've started making just to make sure it works. And then once it's done, we will be putting this stuff. It's like a corrugated aluminium, what do they call it? Embossed aluminium heat shield. Haven't used this stuff before, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go. It's pretty solid. You can cut it with tin snips, scissors, whatever you really got. Can fold it, panel beat it, hammer it, whatever you need to do. So I've got making up a little template now out of core flute. Have done a mock one out of cardboard. I like making templates out of core flute, old real estate signs and stuff, just because it's a little bit more rigid. So when you're making something out of metal, it's not going to bend and flex like cardboard does. This is really rigid, so something like this where I've got a very small area to work with, I can make it and practice test fitting as well. So once it's made up out of the metal, it's obviously going to be able to bend and flex into position. So I need to be able to have something that's fairly similar, that if I've got to slot it in or fit it in a tight gap, I can see it's going to work all right. So making that up. Yeah, once that's done, we'll get that in, get it mounted. I did do a little bit of an alignment on it yesterday. The toe was a little bit off on the Passo side. Pulled that in a little bit, drove okay yesterday. Still need to tweak a little bit, brought it back in, fix that up. We'll take that out again this afternoon probably and just give it a quick run around the block, just to make sure it's all sitting nice and pretty for Saturday. Outside that, the car is all ready to go. Probably give it a wash Friday afternoon. There's a few little bits and pieces I need to do to get ready for the Women in Drifting event, just because I've got a trade stall out there, so going to have all photos and stuff on display, and I'm doing a special little thing for all the women that are out there driving as well, little photo and a bit of a giveaway for them, just to remember the day. So got to get that stuff prepped, and I've also got to get onto a bunch of photos from last couple of events we've been to, so get this done as quick as we can, and then yeah, get stuck into the rest of it. Might do some lives while I'm doing the editing as well, just to talk shit and have fun with everyone online. Yeah, that's all right. Let's get stuck in and get it going. So just looking for a quick test drive, as you saw. Everything works well. The heat shields come up really well. There's no weird. I just want to kind of take it for a drive, make sure I had no rattles. I did tweak the alignment a little bit yesterday to see if I could make it any better. Much of a muchness. I do need to get a proper alignment in it done, because at the last wet pan was kind of struggling with a few things. Put some toe out on it at the last wet pan. As a result, I've kind of thrown the alignment way off. Obviously, a tiny little bit on the tie rod makes a massive difference on the tyre. But yeah, I've kind of got it close enough. It's good enough to drive. It's how it was when Marissa was driving it last, and she was happy with how that worked. And that was the main thing, was getting it all set up for her for women and drifting. She was happy with how it was set up last time, so I'm just going to leave it as is. The alignment's up the shit, but whatever. It'll do for this Saturday. She's happy with it, and that's all that matters. Do need to get fuel and stuff in it, which I'll do that on Friday, and keep fingers crossed, because the toe looks horrendous. Worked all right. No weird rattles from the heat shield. Heat shield came out really well. Quite happy with that. Never worked with that stuff before. Really quite easy to use. It's aluminium. It's quite rigid, but it's actually quite easy to bend and work with and cut. Just a pair of tin snips, as you saw, went through it pretty easy, and then bent it. They do suggest to fold over the edges, so I gave about an extra 10 mil around the edges of the template, just to fold it over so you haven't got a sharp edge. You've got a nice rolled smooth edge. So got that done. Thing came out really well. Never used it before. Quite easy to work with, quite simple to bend and manipulate and do what you need. I've got a bit of scrap, so I'm going to see what else I can do. Actually curves quite easily as well, so I'm wondering if you could use it to, if you need to essentially hammer it into place over something and stretch it slightly, because it's aluminium, so maybe kind of hammer it and sort of blacksmith it and stretch it into shape over something like a manifold or something like that. I would say it's not going to be easy. You'd have to kind of cut and piece and sort of manipulate it a fair bit, but out of curiosity, I got a few little scrap bits, so just play around with it and see how it comes out. Quite good. Use it again if I need to do some other heat shielding in the engine bay. My God, complete brain snap. That's all that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below if you want to see anything, like anything you see, or any feedback. Really kind of looking forward to this weekend, actually. It's going to be really big. If you jump over into my socials, you can see we've got a whole bunch of different designs and stuff that we're going to be launching for. Well, I have launched a pre-sale design for the Drift Like a Girl shirt, hoodie, and stickers. I've also got a few kind of sneaky designs we're going to be doing for this weekend, just for the Women in Drifting event. And also, as always, normal merch and stuff is available. Some cool new designs that are going up and that have gone up, so jump on the website and check that out. All the links obviously down below. Till next time, I will see you later, guys, and have an amazing time. See you out on the track.